By the Emperor's light, another warp breach! Purge the heretics for the Emperor! Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. So, last time, we looted our way from one side of this station to the other, and this time, we should be starting off with the final battle. I just want to make sure real quick that we've talked to everybody. The child's safety is paramount. Glory to House Orselio. Make sure we've talked to everybody. Real quick, I gotta be careful talking to the old man, because the whole point of choosing the options that I have so far is because we're trying to get his staff, which means he needs to die downstairs. While this may be an alliance of convenience, we shall follow you. Alright, we're good to go then. So, we're starting this episode off with a good old-fashioned beatdown. It's about time we repay those who betrayed our house. Come. Yeah, this dude don't stand a chance. It was going to be an easy fight just by myself. Rogue traitor, you treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. That is enough, boy. You betrayed the child, the house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. I am the savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them! Yeah, good luck, jackass. Not only do I have the bigger army, but I could have beaten you just with my own crew. Alright, let's see. So, we got people over here. We got less people over there. And we have jackass down in front. So, I think I can't really see who I can see just yet, but I think that's a good spot for me. I'll have you go right there since they're next to each other. I want you to be able to charge. And then where is Argenta? I think I'll have me go there and Argenta go there. Alright, I think we're about as prepared as we're gonna be. Yes, get out of the way. No! You dirty coward. Weapon at the ready. Alright, so Abelard gets to go first, and then Argenta, and then me. So, gonna need to make this count. I'll hit you with that. Indeed. And then go there. Charge in.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
And then give you another quick little smack on the ass.
At your back.
Oh, eat shit, dude. Well, I guess for my turn, I'll just come around and just shoot him in the face.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Oh, God. Who died? Jesus. Okay. Okay, I thought that was me for a second. I'm like, oh, God.
I'll do it.
All right. So, first things first, let's start hosing everybody down. Yes! That was a good one, but we're doing it again.
Doubt is for the weak.
That should do it. Yes! Damn. Alright, well, that was still good. We ended up nearly killing 2 and actually killing 1. So, now for my turn. Think I'll move right there. I'll go into the perfect spot.
Who if not me?
Beef myself up a little bit, and then who do I want to put this on? This dude's got the shotgun. Yeah, you're untouched. I'll go with you. And then the piece de la resistance. Eat shit, Felix.
It's as good as done.
Yes!
Inevitable.
Okay. I think we're good.
Stay vigilant.
You tried.
My faith strengthens me.
Oh, God.
My passion has
Ow! Ow! Going to move you right there. Have you beef yourself up a little bit.
in the Empyrean.
Jesus Christ. Nothing like losing half your health in a single shot. Yeah. Alright. Anything else we want to do before we just fry these people? No, I think we're good. Damn. Well, at least you got one. And then... Damn. Alright. Ooh, I can do this. Let's put it on the guy who just shot me. And then next up is Cassia, but we don't have control over her.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Not even on our team yet and still getting kills. God damn. Through the pillar? Yeah, that's fine. She'll be okay.
Follow my lead.
Okay. So, we got one dude here. And we got 3 over here. So, I think I'm gonna post up. Is here good? No, I can't see anybody from there. Here? 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 Damn it. Still can't see anybody. Oh no, this is Abelard. Okay. That's why I couldn't see anybody. Let's run right there. And then charge right there.
Do my duty.
If we can. Yes! Oh, eat shit, dude. Yep, and then have fun trying to break away.
Victory is imminent.
Just gonna yell for a distraction. There we go. Should be rather straightforward. That guy shouldn't be able to get away, and then even... Oh, come on, dude.
Weapon at the ready.
How dare you? You dirty son of a bitch. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of how I figured that was going to go. You dirty, dirty son of a bitch.
Rejoice!
Yeah, shoot that man in the ass. You missed? How did you miss? You were 1, 2, 3, 4 feet away. How did you miss? Alright. So, these guys are at a slight angle. So even if I come out right there, I'm not going to be able to do the 2-for-1. So, we're just going to hit this guy with the business. I guess we're going to miss this guy with the business. God damn. Will somebody hit these people? Thank you.
Stay vigilant.
Got 2 left. Jesus.
I have read tomes of
Get him,
military
Cassia.
tactics. It's not
I will forgive you for shooting me. But just this once. Dear God. You guys really do not care about collateral damage. Yeah, well, to be fair, if everybody's missing this much, maybe we do need a little bit of collateral damage.
My faith strengthens me.
Alright, Abelard. Bring us home.
My place is at the fore.
Come on.
It will be
That
done.
should be that.
Reduced to dust.
Now, this is your burden, child. Survive. Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
Theobald coughs up bluish blood. The armor plate on his chest is perforated in a few places, and there is a tangle of metal and viscera where his abdomen ought to be. When the navigator's pale eyes find Cassia, he quietly rasps.
No! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! Wake up! Your mistress is giving you an order! Do you hear me?
Cassia looks at the navigator's body in bewilderment, and you are overwhelmed with an inexplicable sense of loneliness and grief.
He was a fine seer of the war. He fought for his mistress until the end.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
I regret we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Well, I was trying to be nice.
What are you going to do to me?
So both of these are somewhat good options, but I want her to start standing on her feet and be a little bit more independent. So let's go with 3. Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Yurak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
All who can be saved will be given succor aboard my ship. The Lady Navigator ponders your words for a short while.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
That's a fantastic point. Now, maybe close your eyes while I loot everyone real fast. Yeah. Come on. Yes. Okay. So, specifically, we wanted this, and we wanted this. These were the 2 weapons that I was after. And you only get them by being very specific with the dialogue choices. Ooh, she has to level up probably quite a little bit. Let's grab all that and then start looting these other bodies. I'll take that. Come down here real quick. Take all that. Yes, please. Anything else that I'm missing? I don't think so. I'm not going to be able to come back here, so I want to be extra thorough.
I always have a backup plan.
I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, Cassia. Let's look into our handy-dandy notebook and level you up a little bit. So, give me just a second. Here we go, Cassia. Starting off on rank 5. Alright, so we want willpower. And we want strange vitality. The navigator heals 6 wounds at the beginning of every turn and gains 1 additional wound for every navigator talent taken. The healing increases by +1 for every creature killed in between the navigator's turns. It's real good. Alright. Next up, we want seize the initiative. Here we go. The officer and allies with the voice of command effect deal an additional 14% damage to enemies that have not yet acted this combat. That's actually really good for starting off, and she usually goes first. Then we want willpower once again, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now, this one is a little bit tricky. So we want Notch of Purpose and Perilous Ways. Enemies moved by the navigator's power suffer 4 damage at the end of movement. This damage is increased by +1 for every cell the enemy moves. So this is going to be the sort of play style we go with her. I might end up switching this stuff around, because when I originally first built this character, it was so that she could work really well with Jay. But I don't know if they've actually done anything different with being able to respec skills, if you're able to respec down to factory standards or not. But I think for now, this is going to be okay. Then we'll go over to items. And we want to make sure that you have the good one. So you take that. And then, yeah, you take this as well to keep people off of you. And then, what else were we trying to do? Can you hold? We don't have any health packs. That's not good. That is very, very not good. Yeah, this isn't the shotgun pistol that I thought it was. You know what? Okay, you can't use it because you need 35 strength. That's fair enough. I'm kind of surprised that Argenta can't use it out of the gate. So, you know what? We're going to give you a shotgun. Just in case the bolt gun doesn't cut it. Oh, I nearly forgot. I want you to have that. That's the same thing. We want those. And then every time the wearer deals damage, the weapon skill and ballistic skill is reduced by -5 for 2 rounds. What? Does it reduce mine or the enemies? I don't need to put that on. Quite a few of this stuff I'm going to need to throw into our cargo. Yeah, you got the better one. Alright. Well, I think everybody's equipped, so let's throw some of this weird stuff into cargo. The stuff that we have a bunch of, anyway. Yeah. Sorry about this. Will only take a second. All the stuff that we only have one of, we will keep. I'll sort through this eventually and probably put away some of these items that I don't need to have on me. I think we're good. I think we are good to go. Let's get on out of here. Oh, that's another thing. So, in between recording sessions, I found out that astropath station, the new one, doesn't actually affect the sort of time element of this first chapter. And I know I keep bringing that up a lot, but I need to make sure that somebody in particular doesn't die. I never actually got far enough into the game to see what it does, but I don't want Winter Scale's heir to die over on the prison planet. So we're going to have that be our next real thing we do, but as far as I know, the space stations don't count towards it. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course, whenever you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. Just gonna slowly walk over there. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then lowering her lashes slightly turns to you. No, I'm not going to be a dick. What did you wish to speak about? After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. You've served me on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium, and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. Well, good, I'm glad you're happy. But now, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. So, as far as I understand, every navigator has a different ritual. Kind of like Adira was saying in a previous episode that the warp feels different for every psyker. It's the same sort of thing with every navigator, has a different ritual for sort of finding the way through the warp. I want to ask questions, but I also... Why do you refuse red paint? Cassia gestures towards the servant standing beside her. Yuv will give his blood before the ritual, as always. Why are you asking for these items? Now is not the time to indulge in painting. You are asking questions the answers to which you cannot comprehend. Perhaps I may explain it all to you at a later time, but now our time is too precious to waste. As a navigator of House Orcelio, I give you my word that without canvas and paint, we have little hope of a smooth journey through the warp. I have no reason to lie. Tell me about what the ritual entails. I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. Cassia lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I use the House Orcelio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts, and then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. Cassia unfurls her hand as though dropping something. But you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Orcelio never lose their course. Glad to have you aboard. I shall ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. Cassia nods in thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. I'll let you get to it then. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor Light help us all. Now, if I remember right, there should be a decision about what to do with the Nobilite station. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. Come here, Uv. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, the low sob of the servant, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, the faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurrying away. I see violet vortexes, lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit. Of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator's levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Yeah, I'm not going to take it out on Vigdis. We all make mistakes. Cassia, are you alright in there? Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts. Moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Okay, that is insanely ominous. I do not know if I just skimmed over that last time, but I do not remember there being something other. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station, Urak 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rykard system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. I will not stoop to pillaging, abandon the station we are leaving, gather any components that may be of use of the ship. Okay, so this right here is by far the best decision of the three. Far and away. So, this one, if I remember right, gives you scrap, which is very, very valuable for when we actually start fighting things with our ship. But 1,000 scrap is not worth 2 profit factor. So we are looting everything, from jewelry to the very last manuscript. As you command, Lord Captain. Profit factor gained by 2. And now we're up to 12. That is how we buy things in this game, if anybody doesn't actually know. Profit factor is probably the most valuable thing we can obtain. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrich von Calix, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for sure he was not at Urak 5, so keep this in mind when making any future plans. Why is it always business with you, Victus? Couldn't you sometimes just visit and tell me how wonderful everything is? Certainly, Lord Captain, if you are interested, this week passed with a record low rate of minor disturbances on the lower decks. A senior technomat from Shift 8 came up with a new formula for lubricant used in kitchen servitory implant maintenance. The quartermaster of Store Compartment 11 reported recently that we are spending ceremonial decorations at least 20% slower than expected, which means we have enough tablecloths, carpets, and lamps to last us 15 years of grand receptions instead of 10, even considering that some of the stock was burned during the cultist attack on this vessel. Well, that is good news. Thank you, Victus. That will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. So, as I was saying just a little bit ago, I have found out that this and this supposedly don't add to the time. Because our next destination has to be here, or someone very important dies. So I'm just going to save. There we go. And then I am going to check out what this is. Hello? Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Well, thank you for bringing me out of it. I was going to do that anyway, but you saved me the trouble. Might as well try and talk to her now. We have plenty of time. There we go.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The Lady Navigator is engrossed in perusing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by the other officers. Be it because of sloth or dullness of mind, when you walk closer, Cassia looks up at you, starts and hides a weathered book behind her back. Let's see. Let's go with this one. It pleases me to see you adjusting to life aboard the ship.
Compared to Urak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically devoid of color.
The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Oh, thank you. Your only attendant is your valet from Urak 5. Do my servants not measure up to your standards?
No. It is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Fair enough. Perception test succeeded. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, and then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks. Yeah, fair enough. I see you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Now, this is surprising because apparently these are Cadian poetry? That is really, really interesting. I didn't realize they were capable of poetry.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Yeah, fair enough. I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting.
Yeah, fair enough. I also didn't have any other choices of what I could ask.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Okay, so this is something I've never understood within the Imperium. I understand abhor the mutant, kill the mutant, they're a disgrace to the Emperor. The Imperium literally would not function without navigators. By all means, she is chosen by the Emperor to do his work. How, in Emperor's name, is anyone allowed to fuck with this lady?
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it's just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Maybe because you just watched them kill each other about 5 minutes ago? It was a little bit rough.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Quite a few decent options, but this time around, I'm not trying to romance Cassia. She's an adorable little snowflake, and I really don't want to corrupt her with the foul shit that is my soul. So, I'm just going to be friends with her. No, I'm not going to be a dick. I understand what you are going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Well, to be fair, you do need a confidence boost at the moment, and I know that this one has a way out, so it doesn't have to be a flirting thing.
Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
Fair enough. That one didn't have the way out? Oh no. Okay, I'll be right back.
When I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Sorry about that. Well, we're back. So, instead of going with these two, I'm really not trying to flirt with this lady. I do not tolerate idlers on this ship, and my officers know it well.
Then, I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta track you down a little bit later and finish this conversation. Again, sorry about that. This is why I usually don't trust the Swiss cheese between my ears when it comes to remembering things. I think we've already looted this room. So, we will head back to the bridge and see if Cassia actually wants to talk for reals before we leave. Come on. You can do it, Potato. You can do it. I have faith in you. Come on. And there we go. There we go. Alright. Now, before we move on... Yep, here she is. Hello, Uve.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra, and uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
Sorry, Cassia, but I would like to know more about you personally, not your family.
You wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
So you've never lived anywhere other than Urac 5?
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Well, that explains the bird cage in your room. Tell me about your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
Did you have friends? Someone you could turn to for a simple conversation, not a discussion of yet another lecture?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
A ruler cannot maim people just because it is in his power to do so. On the contrary, it is the duty of every ruler to look after his subjects.
Your words sound amazingly blasphemous. If a ruler's duty dictates the need for violence, would dispensing it not be their responsibility? I will contemplate your answer in solitude.
Your third eye, do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil.
To be fair, it was probably a stupid question. We did just watch you kill somebody by using it.
Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
This is the one I was thinking of. Okay. This is the confidence boost that I was trying to give her. You are beautiful, Cassia. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
And then this is our way out. But she does need to have a confidence boost, so do not take my words to heart. They were born of common courtesy.
I see. Forgive me. I misunderstood.
You are the porcelain cannon of this ship, Cassia. You are way too good for me. What does it feel like to guide a vessel through the warp?
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me.
As I said, every navigator has their own way of doing things.
But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
I noticed that your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
That's actually kind of crazy. Why don't we talk about something else?
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
It's getting close. This episode might be a little bit longer because we're going to try and get through this dialogue. What does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it.
Yeah, say it just a little bit louder. She is about 10 feet away from us.
Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
I really enjoy the fact that everyone seems to like Abelard. That everyone trusts that old man. That he's just the den mother of the ship.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom. Bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
Tell me of House Orcelio.
As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
I take it House Orcelio has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Who rules the house?
Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orcelio is ensuring the stability of the house.
You lived in seclusion on a closed station until Felix committed his sabotage. So then you must be the Novator's successor.
So says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden.
Oh, you will be. By the time you're done here, you are going to be the most capable one in the Novus Nobilite. With your permission, I would like to talk about something
By all
else.
means.
This is where I must beg my
I
leave.
have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you, Cassia. It's good to have our porcelain cannon back in action. But it is getting to be about that time of the hour. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end it here for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with me. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. And until I see you next time, have fun and stay safe out there.